Hello, hello, hello. It is so good to be back. I am sorry. It took me a couple of days and dealing with not feeling well to deal with other personal issues, and I finally got everything together, and we start again on Monday in May, in May, and it's a great day, isn't it? Isn't it? I hope so. At least I remember today's Monday. So there's always that. I remember today's Monday, and I remember there's a show, and we have a great show. We're gonna be doing a simulcast of Jeff Waldorf's Around the Nation and my show at 4 o'clock. So it's going to be a really fun little show we got going on, and I really wish that I was able to do more shows. I just I wasn't feeling it, honestly. It was not easy for me, not feeling well after the New York trip, and I had some personal stuff that I had to take care of, and we got a new month. So I am totally cool with that because oh my god, it is like let's just enjoy the fact that we're in a new month and we are here, and it's an enjoyable little day. I hope for you and me, and a little rambly today, but that's okay. Haven't done this in a couple of days. We haven't been together, and I feel that we gotta kind of get back into the groove. I will not be doing an 8 o'clock show for a little bit of time until I can get some more things together. Also, I've been up all night, so it's not good if I do an 8 o'clock show tonight. But I will figure something out for the 8 o'clock hour. I don't know that doing two shows is feasible every day if I want to do a Saturday show during the week. So you got to cut something. And the 8 o'clock hour is going to be something that I'm going to cut and reschedule and go from there. It sucks. It is what it is. I tried. You can't always get what you want. Um, you just gotta keep on keeping on and go from there. Kind of like what these evil maniacal Democrats are doing for the midterms. I just love it, frankly. And there was a really loud bang, and I can't check it, so I hope everything's okay. I love these maniacal Democrats who are going to remind women what there is to lose with Republicans in any sorts of power. And I love that they're being bold about it because, the right, they're always bold about it. God's gays and guns, you know? Um, we're not so because we've been we've been abused. The pro-choice movement has been abused. It has been a movement where you are looked down upon because oh my god, you want a woman to have some semblance of rights for themselves. You want them to be able to have rights, and you want them to um be able to have choice. And if you're talking about the right wing, uh, and I'm noticing the bob in my hair, which is really just trying to fix that. If we're talking about the right wing, they don't like women having a choice. They don't like women having a viewpoint of their own, being strong. They wish women were back in the kitchen and doing stuff like that. So, uh, the Planned Parenthood Action Fund, NARAL, Pro-Choice America, and Emily's List are going to fund voter outreach, advertising, mobilization efforts, polling, and more to elect officials up and down the ballot, from state legislatures, attorney generals, to governors and U.S. congressional races. This is amazing news. We finally, it's like what I've been saying for the longest time, and what I usually will say to people is we need people who are going to be motivated to get out to vote and drive the vote and spend the money and get good Democratic people who support women. How difficult is that, supporting women? Yeah, we need to have more people who support women. And it's nice, my dog just came in the room. It's nice to see that the announcement comes as red states are passing these laws to restrict abortion access. And we are seeing now, essentially, the left, Democrats and progressives alike, forming to stop the craziness. It's really that simple. Oklahoma passed a law that looks to nearly ban all abortions that would be enforced via private lawsuits, like Texas. You know, Connecticut decided, and this is my home state, Connecticut, decided to protect abortion providers from other states that might bring about civil lawsuits. So it's a cold civil war, if you will, when it comes to abortion rights and women's rights to use. And of course, my dog wants attention right when I'm doing a show, which is lovely. If I wasn't trying to do a show and talk about this, I was available all day, and she didn't want my attention at all. But now that I'm talking to you, she wants my attention, which is where we are. And Connecticut, basically say it's a blueprint for states across the country seeking to protect a woman's right to choose. And this is what has to be done, because the right wing, they're crazy. They're gonna do whatever they can to get it where abortion is illegal, where it's states' rights, where state by state has one thing going on and the other thing going on, and it decentralized horrible system instead of every woman has rights. I mean, it's essential that every woman has rights. It should be a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer to me. It should be a no-brainer to you that every woman has rights, and they have their body and their choice, and it shouldn't just be rape or incest. And that's it. And oh, maybe we'll take pity. Maybe we'll take pity on the mother if the mother is going to get sick. Maybe if their mother's life is in danger, we'll take a little bit of pity on the mother. Really, seriously. And that's why I'm happy. I'm happy that this Axios story here, that I tweeted out, is talking about this. This is something that we should all know about. We should all know about Connecticut passing this wonderful law to protect women, because that's what Connecticut is essentially doing. And it almost feels like a domestic issue too, doesn't it? Where a big, strong dude is just picking on the woman because, oh my, they can. And it's sad that we are here in this situation where a state has to come across and basically defend itself and defend everybody else to be able to carry on. It shouldn't be like it shouldn't be this way. It shouldn't be state by state. The Supreme Court ruled what they ruled, and as they like to tell me, get over it. They need to sit down and get over it. It's really that simple, but they won't. So what do they instead do? They have each state seemingly trying to outdo the last state in seeing who is worse worse when it comes to dealing with abortion and pro-life. And they're literally trying to outdo themselves and out worse themselves. And it would be laughable if it wasn't so harmful to women and their choice. Um, it's sad that we're here. It really is, and it's one of those things too where it didn't have to be this way, right? We didn't have to get here this way. We could have had a different way about things. But instead, we have what we have, and we have to have all these great groups on the Democratic side going and supporting women and being loud about it and saying we're gonna support your candidacy if um um it if it goes from there. And apparently I've been told that my website doesn't work on the Twitters. FI Nation is up. I know that much. We're here. I'll double check. Yep, it's up. It's running. We're here. We're live. And I don't know what their problem is that they can't reach the website, but it is what it is. So I just love that here we are in 2022 that we have to relitigate federal law because here again is an example of Congress had so long in time and they couldn't bother to get their shit together. They just couldn't get it together. So here we have this issue, and it's undeniably a shame that's where we're at. And Connecticut has to bill to protect abortion providers from other states. Because again, these right-wing states are, it's not enough that they can't say, F you women. We're going to do what we want to do in the way we want to do it. It's not enough that they can't just do that. They have to then go off and get involved with other law-abiding women who just want to take care of their medical needs, which is a life and death issue. I notice this a lot about Republicans. They like to get involved in these life or death issues, and they seem to be on the wrong side of it, right? They continuously seem to be like, oh, we're gonna do it this way, and we're gonna do it the way we want, and there's nothing to it. So just have at it. And it's kind of ridiculous that we're at this point, but it is where we are, and we're live. So say hello. I think Charlene in there is saying hey, so hello. Um, and we had some other chat chatter in the uh is is, but it is what it is, and we're here. Next story, we're going to talk about free speech, and again, this is a right wing demagoguing to a whole bunch of other people, and basically saying F off if you have any other opinion but the one that I share. Notice that trend? Did you notice that? Is where we seem to be headed? The right just seem to be willing to um, have this behavior, and it's crap. It's on the losing side every time. They hate women, and they show it, and they just don't seem to give a damn if they go after the wrong side of history. We'll be right back. Hey, hello, hello, hello. Let's do this again. Hello, hello, hello. It helps when you unmute yourself when you're trying to talk on the internet and be live. So we're here. We're genuinely queer, and it is what it is. I hope you're having a good Monday. We will be here all week. No plans, no things that I can see in the foreseeable future that would get in the way of us having some time together. And I hope you're enjoying the time we are spending together here on FYNation.com and our wonderful YouTube channel as well. So I hope that you're enjoying that. I am not enjoying the Supreme Court. I don't know about you. This is another one where they are just on the wrong side of history, and um, it is a difficult little needle to thread when you're trying to be nice. And I lost my article. Just bear with me. Doo-doo-doo. Trying to get my article back. I had the article. It's a difficult thing when you are trying to do this show, and you lose an article. Axios. I'm not gonna be able to post it like I usually do. Axios, where are you, my friend? I really do love, as we're talking about this, I do love how Axios kind of um, puts their stories together. It's a nice little um, way to do it. Can't find the story. Uh, so, and I think we're gonna do it with. I think we're gonna do it with uh, Jeff. So, I think we will go to the next story and go from there. Sorry. I can talk about this for a half hour too, by the way. This particular little brain part that I had, I, I used to, now this is dating myself, about, I don't know, 15 years ago, I used to go on Grinder. It is, and this story is from the Daily Mail. For those who don't know, Grinder is a gay hookup app that is popular with the gays and the LGBTQ community, and it's predominantly for men. And Grinder is one of the things that I really despise about the gay community, because it literally stereotypes us. It is a hookup site where gay men can literally match your location and know within feet of someone whether or not they are near you. And if that isn't disturbing enough, like it, it apparently, since 2017, have uh, had some location issues with the app. Um, the app basically, uh, according to analysts, had sold advertisers location information of the people on the app as they were on the app in real time, because you have to understand, when you're on Grinder, you can in real time know where somebody is. It's like it's like a GPS. It's a tracking device on you. It's LoJack for gays. And Patrick Leon denied that the app shared users' precise location and has shared less information with ad partners since 2020. Well, that's good. So for 2 years, they've been doing less information. I just like, I'm not surprised, but it's like they're making enough money off of their memberships. You gotta then go and have this alleged loophole where the data with advertising networks wasn't even a privacy concern. And basically, it would allow. Hold on, we're not going to take this break. Basically, it would allow advertisers to get better bars and restaurants and hotels, and give them new dating ideas. It's like you can't even have a good old hookup anymore, right? You like everything. Excuse me, everything is for sale. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not surprised. And good for them. They put privacy first, even when it lowered revenue for users. Good for them. Because they've been sharing less information with ad partners. When you and this is where this is with big tech. I'm not so much anymore with the phone I have now, the Samsung Android phone. But when I had my iPhone, I was convinced it was listening in and targeting. Like, I'm still convinced that Facebook is listening in and targeting ads to me. It's bad enough when I go and do a search for something. The algorithm knows, right? The algorithm is brought out to bear and to show you exactly what you need to do for a good time. And apparently Grindr was perfectly happy just sharing information. And it sucks because we have to deal with the government interference. We have to deal with big tech interference. But hookups should be sacred. Like, it should be untouched. It's bad enough you gotta pay a fee for the extra features in Grindr and the app. And then you're getting targeted with ads. It's not like Facebook, going in, and Twitter, going in. Okay, there's service that they have is an advertising based, no subscription model. Last I looked, Grindr is not an advertising based model. But apparently, I guess they are. I guess you can do both. I haven't been on Grindr in about 15 years, so I couldn't tell you if, because I have a great relationship, I don't need to be. Not that there's anything wrong with it if you have a great relationship and you are. But that being said, it's frustrating that they're whining about the revenue, and that's what it comes down to, doesn't it? It comes down to the bottom line. It comes down to, the government only admits when they're doing stuff, when they're putting their finger in the porridge, when they get caught. Well, it seems Grindr got caught, and then they admitted it, and it's just nothing is safe anymore on the internet. Now, one thing that people should know, at least they don't do this, or at least they claim they don't do this, is in countries where it's illegal to be gay, or you can get prosecuted or punished really harshly, the users' information is off the advertising exchanges. So, again, when the bar is set so incredibly low, the bar is set so incredibly low for this, that this is where we're at. Okay, so let's find excuses. Millisecond bidding process in the data. Then they get the access to the most recent data. The app doesn't. Let's take them for their word. They don't serve ads to the particular countries. But still intrusive. And again, all for capitalism, as I like to call it, capitalism. It shouldn't be this way. But yet, there are issues with the government reportedly forced a Chinese company off of Grindr in 2019 because of national security and blackmail risk. And the Chinese don't exactly like the gays. One senior official in the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops resigned from his role after being approached about data identifying him as a user in the app. So, the data isn't even seemingly safe. I would think that you would, if you're paying, let's just go to it. Grindr.com. Let's do a little research here. Grindr. Let's spell it right, shall we? .com. All right, advertise. They have a big advertising section. I forgot about this. I guess I was not in the loop here. They do have a big, gigantic advertising section. They do have an opt-out policy that is on their website. I'm trying to see if there is a price here for it, and I do not see one. Oh, there it is. Yeah, they have an unlimited Grindr version, where you can stalk people, which is fun. You can unsend. You could go incognito, which should be an added bonus. Um, that you should be able to do whenever. And I'm trying to see the price for it, and I don't see a price, which is amazing. But it's available now. I'm trying to say, why don't you have a price? Couldn't you just like unlimited profiles? Always find a fresh raise. I guess those are selling features of the of the. We're not in the 24th century yet, but Jesus. I They do have a COVID message, which is nice. I haven't been on their site in a very long time. Um, I remember before when it was not so much an app and more so a website, the good old days. Um, but I guess now with the algorithm and the Android and the iPhone and everything else you got going on, you can so much easier stalk your potential. Um, I mean, this is what it is, isn't it? Sanctioned stalking, where people are just basically, yeah, I'm gonna go check that out. I'm gonna see what's going on there, and we'll see how that works. And I don't see it anything else other than, uh, you know, as close to stalking as you can get, without actually being stalked. I mean, um, and the app encourages people to share your location. To the By the way, but I don't think they had in mind being outed and being attacked by the Chinese government and having their data sold to the highest bidder. I don't quite think when the people who decided, yeah, I'm gonna go with Grinder for my hookup because I want to get laid, um, we're like in the same breath. Hmm. Let's see what I can get from the local vendor because they bought up my information. But one could argue that that is the price we pay for uh well, it's not really free society, is it? That's kind of a lie. An open society. If we have an open society, people are gonna somehow find a way to make a buck, and I guess this is the latest thing. So I'm gonna find another story to do. We'll be right back. Jeff Waldorf with me at 4 o'clock for the hour, and I'm losing my voice. Oh my god. Jeff Waldorf with me at 4 o'clock for the hour. It should be interesting. We're gonna simulcast. Yay! I get to be on his show, so that'll be fun. Um, and we're on Twitch. We're on my personal stream. We're on YouTube. Hope you're enjoying the show. And we'll be right back after this. Hey, ho, ho. We are live. We are here for 2 hours. We'll be here one more hour, and we have a story from Breitbart. Oh, I love these polls. I love it when you just gotta pump up the troops, and you gotta be like, motivation time, boys and girls. We might win a seat, and the Republicans are chomping at the bit. The conservatives are just ready for it. They want this so bad. I can smell them. They want this so bad. And they have this poll by an internal research polling agency commissioned by the campaign. So of course, if you get a poll commissioned by the campaign to give them good news, you just got to ask the right questions and you're going to get the good news. And then you could have an exclusive on Breitbart. And Breitbart can say, red wave a coming. Red wave a coming. See how they do that? They commission this poll. They get all their ducks in a row. And then later it'll be on Fox News. It'll be on The Blaze. It'll be everywhere, but you heard it here first. You get one little tiny little ball. And let's be honest, an insignificant poll. A poll that was done by at least they're honest about it. They came right out and said it. They said, yeah, the poll was done. Here, I'll read it exactly for you. Conducted by Ragnar Research. In internal polling. Republican Mayra Flores is leading her Democratic opponent, Dan Sanchez, in special election. So here's the headline: Red wave. Red. Did they really think that an internal? No, this is a cry for money. This is a cry for fundraising. This is a get out the vote motivator for Republicans in the red states, saying, "Oh, Mayra Flores has a chance. She has a chance against Dan Sanchez, and Dan is the Democratic holdout." Chris Perkins wrote in a memo reviewed by Politico. See, mainstream. They issue it out to Politico. Then it gets to Breitbart, and Breitbart carries it as an exclusive. Now it's going to be all over the media. There's the talking points that Republicans have a real chance to win this district for the first time ever and flip a Democratic held seat. That's their talking point. They have some poll numbers, and they look good. And it's a special election. So you're trying to make some hay out of what could be a good thing for them. The poll also showed that voters in the deep blue United States Mexico border community are turned off by President Joe Biden. Imagine that. A Republican poll says that 55% of the voters disapprove. According to the poll numbers bode well for Flores. Ain't that great? In the last 5 races, Democrats won 55 to 62% of the vote. Flores told Breitbart, South Texas is very conservative. We're all about God, family, and country. We're very hardworking. Then why did the Democratic Party win the last 5 races? Silly goose. Maybe because this part of South Texas realized that the Republican Party is a bunch of nitwits? Could that possibly be? Could we possibly be seeing the Republican Party with a bunch of nitwits, and now they might have a clincher because the tide is not so much turning, but they have enough crap thrown at the windshield that it muddies anybody trying to give a damn about a special election. And special elections are typically difficult to get people to come out. But let me tell you, the Republicans are going to make hay out of this. The Republicans are going to want to remind you that this is what Texas knows, and they're not going to turn Texas blue or purple, because even if Ms. Flores wins, they're going to tell us even if the Democratic Party does as good as they do, the Republican Party is always a red state in the deep south of Texas. She says it right there. South Texas is very conservative. We're all about God, family, and country. Yeehaw! I added the yeehaw. We're very hardworking. And it's just like, this is, okay, more reason. We talked about in the first part of the hour, we talked about the reason to get out for women and get out the vote in congressional and state and local elections. We talked about that. Now we have more reason. We have special elections going on that we have to get people motivated to go and to actually become a part of, and frankly, vote. Kevin McCarthy is one step away from 3 steps to the presidency. And if you want that dumbass anywhere near anything, I don't know. It just scares me. Scares the bejesus out of me. And it really it really annoys the crap out of me that this is where we're at. That we have to remind people what the stakes are and how high they are. Like January 6th wasn't enough. Donald Trump wasn't enough. Marjorie Taylor Greene isn't enough. Madison Cawthorn isn't enough. Trying to remember his name for a minute. Mitch McConnell isn't enough. We gotta keep reminding people, because apparently people have amnesia, and people forget that it's not good for the American people if we get stuck with a Republican-controlled. What did Biden know, Hunter? When did he know it? Congress. Because I'm telling you, that's what's coming down the pike. That is what is coming down the pike. What did Biden know? When did he know it? Let's investigate. Let's go after him. Yada, yada, yada. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. This is what is going to happen. I'm warning you. Right now they got a special. I mean, the poll. Oh my god, it was done by the campaign. It self-prophesizing if I ever saw it. Well, I want to get this reaction, so I'm going to give out this poll, and now I'm going to be able to say this, and let's see if this happens the way we want it to happen. Now, the way to change it is to get out and vote. Give money to people like Robin Kincaid who are running for office, and help them. Give money to NARAL. Give money to whoever you can give money to get the word out that you believe and you trust will do the right thing for this country. And it's not the Republican Party. I don't know. I don't know how else to say it. Excuse me. They have not shown themselves to be honest brokers of democracy. And it is just sad that we have here this godforsaken bullshit poll where it's a puff piece. It's a fundraising drive. They commissioned it themselves so they could get back the return. Capitalism, run amok. Whether it's Grindr selling advertising because know your location, let's know your location, or whether it's the Republican Party self-prophesizing wins that haven't happened yet because they think they can. We need to be ready for this. We need to be focused for this. And if we're not ready and focused for this, we are so screwed. And look, now's not a time to, go green or go libertarian. No. Now is the time to go Democratic. Kick the Republicans to the curb. Remind them they're losers. Keep reminding them they're losers. And hope to God that we can get past this inflation and stagnation mess and to greener pastures. And maybe with the Fed doing what the Fed's doing and everything else like that, we'll get a little bit of movement. But it's hard to defend Joe Biden and the Democratic Party when they make it so easy to be critical. All right. We'll be right back. Hey, hey, ho, ho. We are here. We are live. I'm Tom Reynolds, the nosy liberal. Jeff Waldorf is starting his show, and then I'm going to hand it over to him. He is going to introduce me, I suppose. I'm going to try not to feel fat, although I feel fat. Um, and we're going to have a really good time. We're going to talk the news. We're going to talk the My Pillow guy. I do have the stories from him, so that's always helpful. And we're just going to have a gay old time, if you will. But I do want to say I appreciate everybody who has checked in and been there and said hello when they can. And it's always nice to see. We need some more of that, which is always good. Let's see when Jeff gives me a call, and hopefully it'll come up and not give me any issues. I'm just pulling up the stories that we have. BLM stuff, Ben Shapiro, crying victim, Donald Trump, pro plain cancel culture. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. So, you want to stick around for this, and I'm sure I will also have some technical issues as well because that's how they happen. I am right now trying to get the uh the do 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 um I'm trying to get the information here to be able to get this for him and go on to the program uh, for him so we can because he has a dual screen. So I'm trying to do that while I get everything set up. And I think I did. I think I did it. I think I did it. Did I do it? Let's see. Let's see. And I don't think I did it. Pshaw. For sure. All right, we'll figure that out when he calls then. But he's probably busy introing the show as I just did mine, and I'm just waiting on him. And we're gonna have a little small talk, I guess. Um, I was told uh, that apparently I should, by a friend, totally expect to pay $4 for a watered down thing of Coca-Cola at a comedy club, especially in New York. I still like. I, I still can't believe it. I still cannot. I cannot believe that that is what they think. Um, you should pay a 2 liter. A 2 liter of Coke is usually like 275 to 290 plus tax. So you're getting about $3 in there for a 2 liter of Coke. This was not a 2 liter of Coke that I ended up drinking in and it was watered down because of the ice, which also did not help things. So it was not at all fun. So I'm still harping on that because it is just a weird thing that happened to me, and I'm waiting for Jeff to call in, and it has been um, it has been one of those days where I just I'm trying not to be frustrated with things. Like I am seriously trying to be understanding and seriously trying to like deal with things. But it's hard. right now. And these Republicans, man, they are just really pissing me off. And I don't know about you. Um, it's frustrating that we're at this point. Um, so we're just waiting for Jeff. I hate small talk. I'm really not good at it. Can you tell? I'm not good at small talk. And thank God. Hello. Yes, Jeff. I am green. Let me see if I can't fix that. Yeah, it's funny. You're green too. So let me see if I can't. Let me try. I just fixed the green on my end. Yes. I love this is like the old days, Jeff. Mm-hmm. Yes, please. That's good. Although you are green on my end, which is fine. That's good. Thank you. And, and thank you for having me on the show. We're simulcasting. I just have you on audio because otherwise you'd be green. Um, okay. All right. I am the host of the Nosy Liberal. It's on from 3 p.m. till 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, at least when my life behaves itself. And we stream on YouTube. We're a small little channel called FYNation.com, or FY Nation for the YouTubers. And basically, uh, I got a little courage, and I'm used to doing podcasts and live radio, which I find easier to do. But now we're doing the YouTube and the Twitch too. So all at FY Nation. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Please. Yep. You, I, I, I gotta be a little mean to you. You forgot he's a former crack addict. You gotta hit that. You, I mean, I think he's on it. I think there's something seriously wrong with him. Um, and it's really sad that we're at a point where we allow this former crack addict to have so much of a platform, like covered like Donald Trump, a pissing puppy in the media, because any normal person would think that this guy is irrelevant. But because he knows Donald Trump and because he's a wannabe millionaire and what is he, a captain in the Trump crime family, he is basically getting all this good press for being an idiot. And it's they do this all the time, and I just wish we would stop. I wish we would stop giving these people oxygen. Don't kill them. Just stop giving them oxygen. Yeah, true. Yep. Yeah. Well, to 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 your point. No, to your point. You're to your point, I think you're, and I'm sorry if I interrupted. I had a little echo. To your point, I think you're right about that. We do need to continue because there are people that are leftists, good leftists and progressives that will in Bernie rooms and on Facebook, who when I post something about Donald Trump are like, well, why are you complaining about him? He's gone. And he's not. And that's exactly it. He's not, and he's willing to come back. So we have to be ever vigilant. So I understand your point, but going to get any advice from him is like trying to ask Christopher Maltasanti to get advice on who to pick for the next election. It's he's going to be wrong, you know. So we have to come to that conclusion and drive that home. Yep. Yeah. And no, you're absolutely right on that point. But I got to remind everybody that this is all paid infomercial stuff. He has literally bought his way into the hearts of the right wing. And if he didn't have that $1 million with all those pillows you just want to suffocate him with, he would not be on the TV. He would not know Donald Trump. He would not be a glimmer in anyone's eye, and we would be a better off for it. Mhm. Yes. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Well, Jeff, I'm sorry. No, you're right. And just all I'll say on this to close is that I think uh, it goes to where just as much as we cover him, he is literally bought ads everywhere, Infowars, and he's pay. It's a paid. He's paying to piss on the media, basically, and it's really sad what the right, and that's a commentary on what the right wing will do for $1. Yep. Yes. Well, um, I have mixed feelings about this because in a way, what I'd like to see him do is I would like to see him verify everybody that's human. I I, and I would like to see him lessen ads in the algorithm. He doesn't have to take them away to keep the platform free, but maybe introduce a subscription based model. There are some good things that he has. I don't think so either, but you never know. Um, I, I think there are some good ideas that he has about the platform, but the simple fact is, this is a billionaire who doesn't pay any taxes, who just got away with going on a space capsule into the stars and doing all this nonsense. And now he can act like this is a time at the casino, throwing $45 down at the table and hope he comes up craps. I mean, it's fundamentally a scary thing when one person can literally become an oligarch overnight, and that is not what we're talking about. And the right is okay with it if it's not George Soros. Well, I will I will say this. I get when yeah, yep. And back to Musk, that I wanted to make this point with him. If this was a liberal, they would be screaming to the hills about how we need oversight and how we need one person shouldn't be doing this. But because it fits into their prosperity gospel preaching bullshit that they like to do. Sorry if I can't swear on here. Uh, that they like to that they like to do, it fits in, and they're okay with it. So these are the same people who believe that JFK was coming back and being resurrected. They'll believe that Elon Musk now just somehow controls it because he played craps. Hmm. Wow. Well, I think you're right because I don't know if you saw this. I get the Gab emailed newsletter because I belong to Gab out of just spite. And when this was all going down, they wrote an open letter. The CEO of Gab wrote an open letter saying, "We'll give you the source code. Just come by us." And so it goes back to what you're saying. They all Twitter is the big dog. They want to turn it into the Gab and the Getter and the cesspool. And exactly, exactly. And Gab is deplatformed. They've been hacked. I don't know how many times. Getter has porn and ISIS on it, and Lord only knows about Parler. Hmm. Yep. Hmm. And by the way, I'm no prude. And and Jeff and Jeff, I'm no prude. I'm okay with the pornography on Twitter, with the understanding that if they get shut down, they get shut down. But the way they're going after it is acting as if it's already a cesspool when it's really not nearly as bad as they make it out to be. Sure. Oh, joy. Absolutely. They love it because when they're not um, uh, yeah, back in the old days, they love it because when they are not being the victim, they're being the oppressor. So they get both sides of the argument on a constant basis. Oh boy. Wait, did he forget the whole thing going on in Florida with Ron DeSantis, Disney World, and Don't Say Gay? I What? I mean, this is what they live for, right? They love, like I said, they love to be the oppressor, and then they say, "Oh, well, we're the victims. We're oh, poor me." Really? Are you kidding me? This is pathetic. It's um. Uh, the fact that he gets paid more than you do, it makes me sick to my stomach because he's so full of shit. It, Yeah. No, it's I'm flabbergasted at this guy. They 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 do this constantly. They say, "Oh well, one issue." I I'm, I'm just they pay no taxes. Taxes is another issue where basically, if you look at how rich people get away scot free and the poor are completely bullied by the right wing's tax ways they've been able to have it since Ronald Reagan. Uh, there's 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 the cops and shooting unarmed black men and women just whenever the fuck they feel like it. I can go on and on. It just boggles my mind that these people are able to get away with this shit. And the thing that makes sense is that JFK Jr. will come back where his dad died because he's going to be resurrected. That is what makes sense with these people. Yep. You couldn't put it better. I gotta say this. I say this on my show about you, but you are and I know you're probably not gonna take this well, but you are the Walter Cronkite of our time. By the way, I don't get to tell you that often enough because I really more people need to watch you because you well, and it's not just because you invited me on, and then that I although that means the world to me. I unprovoked. I've said that before about you because when you unpack things without coming across as arrogant or a know-it-all, and we need more of that on our side. You know, we need more firebrands. We need more people who are going to bring out the information because we get idiots like Ben Shapiro that just get away with it. And here we are talking about another mouthpiece who doesn't deserve the oxygen he gets in the room. Hmm. Yep. Well, you're absolutely right. And what's her name? Dana Loesch, Lash Loser. She used to be a liberal. You know, there another one on Fox News who used to be a liberal, and they go. Somebody told me this story once that Sean Hannity basically wanted to know to this person why they haven't come over to our side yet, which is the right wing side, to make a bunch of money. Um, as someone who has a biracial daughter, um, shit like this really pisses me off because it, it's frustrating because African Americans have fought for every scrap they've gotten, including to the White House with Barack Obama. Love him or hate him. And it's like, here's this son of a bitch psychopath who just is so willing to kill people and then go back to his base and tell everybody how pro life he is. And we shouldn't kill the black children? Are you fucking kidding me? Spare me. If we were living in a realistic world, this guy wouldn't get 2 cents, let alone 2 votes. And it's sad that, you know, we're here where we have to deal with this guy on a regular basis, and you have to cover him because it's, you know, we got to wake people up to what a dangerous human being he is. Well, I mean, look at their side. The pro-life side of the Republican Party is uh, what's his name? Rittenhouse? Is that it? Because I can't remember. Kyle Rittenhouse, and he is the darling of the right as for shooting people, unarmed people, and the oh well, victim. Well, this goes back to exactly what I said, right? They make themselves out to be the victim, and here we are, where we have actual victims who tried to defend themselves against this idiot, are getting that back. And here we are seeing shown in the light of day that Donald Trump is perfectly happy with people like Kyle Rittenhouse as members of his party. And this is why we need to continuously get the word out to take these people down, because frankly, they shouldn't be anywhere near the halls of power because of the damage they do to black folks and white allies, and the willingness and disregard they are having for life. No, and that's what goes back to what I said. He's dangerous. They're dangerous. We need to. I don't care how left wing you are. If you can't recognize how dangerous the Republican Party as a whole is, the conservative movement as a whole is, you, my friend, have the screw loose, not Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump is in it for the money. Donald Trump is in it for the fame. He knows why he's there. What are you on the left if you're not against this wholeheartedly fighting for? If you can't stop the menace that will just go on in the body politic if they're anywhere near power again, it terrifies me. Sure. This is the right wing ploy to make the right wing look like they're defending women when they don't really give a damn about women anyway. They don't give a damn about lesbians. As somebody who is non binary and who is in the LGBTQ community, I know the Republican Party and the conservative movement does not give a damn about me. And that's fine. uh, that needs to be recognized. They are acting as if they're protectors of women and finding, again, back to what we talked about earlier, they're finding victims where there is no victims. Most women that they actually have to deal with, they're afraid of because they're strong, they're talented, usually they're a person of color, and by God, they could kick their ass or whatever thing they end up talking about because that's just the way of the world with conservatives because they're dumb and ignorant. And this is just showing how dumb and ignorant it is while they're trying to literally save the damsel in distress when there is no damsel there to be saved. I couldn't agree with you more. And again, this goes back to those people who said there's no difference between the Democratic side and the Republican side. Well, who hates black people and wants to shoot them in the streets? Who is okay with just shooting people and who are protesting in the streets? And who is okay with all of a sudden acting as if they're worried about lesbians while damning anybody saying anything about being gay in a classroom? I, I, Jeff, I couldn't agree with you more. And as somebody who is in the community, thank you for being an ally. Because we need more cis white straight men to stand up and tell people like this guy and Ron DeSantis to go fuck themselves. Absolutely. Yeah, sure. I'm game. I'm thrilled to be here. So as long as everybody's tolerating me, I haven't looked in your chat or not. I'm happy to be here. Sure. And I do have Tim in my chat saying that Jeff sent us, and so that is awesome. Thank you. I really do appreciate that because my show is more of a participatory show than yours. So anybody who wants to come on over at 3 o'clock and then flow over to your show, more than welcome. Thank you. Are you calling me fat? Bravo. I you know, these are the voters that they go and fundraise off of. These are the people that we have to fight against. These are the people that you have to be frustrated about because they are dumb enough to say, "Yeah, Donald Trump looks like he's a good leader," and and we need to be very mindful of these people because, unfortunately, uh, they're like cockroaches. They spread and they go everywhere, and you can't get rid of them easily. And you just have to be very diligent and work hard and raise money and do shows like yours and get the word out and how diabolical these, and dare I say deplorable, these people really are, because they earn that every freaking day. Okay. Oh, fair enough. Hmm. Well, uh, I, I will say, Jeff, this is exactly why I'm a goddamn hermit. This is why during the pandemic I gained an extra 40 pounds because I will not go out and put myself through that because they are everywhere and they're loud and they have cameras and they think they can go viral, and then they might run for Congress. It's sick. Yeah, absolutely. And Jeff, can I point out that this is a party of personal responsibility and pro-life? Now all they got to do is go vote and vote Democratic. Just saying. Yeah. I'm staying. I'm here until you tell me to go away. As someone who is upper middle class, luckily by birth, I completely agree with you. I, I'm lucky, but I'm not like these people who think Elon Musk is actually the creative genius who did all this great stuff when really it was putting $45 on the crap table. Well, like I said earlier, as somebody who is, we need all the allies who we can get because if anybody deserves to be a victim, it's the LGBTQ community. We thought we did really good with Obergefell, with that marriage equality ruling, but man, they figured out how to pummel us after that, and it's hurtful to the youth, and that's the worst part about it. The way they're treating trans kids. Hmm. Amen. Well, they're one song wonder, is it? Where they keep one hit wonder. They keep hitting that one hit, and all they do is they change it around a little bit. They remember they did this in the '70s, where that woman in San Francisco was saying the gay teachers are gonna convert your children. I mean, this is nothing new, and and when people tell me that LGBTQ people have it so good right now, I just want to say, well, how many countries do we still have where being gay is punishable by death, let alone losing a hand or an appendage? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Happily. Again, the party of pro-life. And by the way, I should note, when I was young and dumb, I was a conservative, so I know these idiots backwards and forwards. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. Oh, and until we get that George Soros check, then you'll be fine. Okay, if they want to tune in, I'll be on the air tomorrow at 3 o'clock, right after Tom Hartman, who is on FYNation.com, which is our radio streaming platform, free. We just ask for subscriptions to Patreon at FY Nation. And you can find me on FY Nation on YouTube, Twitch, on my personal page, Thomas Reynolds on Facebook. I'm everywhere. I'm like a puppy pissing on the paper. It it's truly everywhere, and I want to thank you, Jeff, for inviting me on. I haven't had this much fun with you in a long time, and it was really brilliant. And thank you for all the people who came by and checked in to the my chat. Yes, awesome.